who spend much time watching Senate procedures, we know that we sometimes get interrupted by votes, and I am trying to, in this hearing, to a conclusion. Although I expressed my appreciation both to the majority leader and to Senator Kennedy for delaying the votes as long as they could. Senator Schumer has asked for a little bit more time, and I'll yield to Senator Schumer. And if there are no other questions, we'll then conclude this hearing. Of course, all senators have the right to submit questions for the record, and the witness has the right, of course, to look at the record, and should he want to change or amplify any answers, he can. I'll be looking at that transcript. You may want to look at it very, very carefully.
I will look at it very carefully, Mr. Chairman.
I would recommend you look at it extremely carefully. Senator Schumer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I appreciate your waiting for the votes. I have just a few quick questions that I hope you'll be able to answer quickly and concisely. First, Mr. Attorney General, at the time you went to Mr. Ashcroft's hospital bed, did you know that power had been transferred to Jim Comey?
I think there were newspaper accounts, and the fact that Mr. Comey was the acting Attorney General is probably something that I knew of.
You knew, probably you knew of it?
Well, again, sitting here today, I can't tell you, yes, absolutely, I knew. But let me make an important point here. The fact that transfer let's assume that transfer had occurred. There's no governing legal principle that says that Mr. Ashcroft, if he decided he felt better, could decide, I'm feeling better, and I can make this decision, and I'm going to make this decision.
Thank
but
you.
to answer your question,
you believe you knew?
Yes.
That's how. Is that a fair characterization?
I would say that let's just assume that I knew, but again, I'm not sure that's the main point.
And at the time you went to Mr. Ashcroft's hospital bed, you touched on this. What was your understanding of Mr. Ashcroft's authority?
My understanding, sitting here today, my understanding is that the main focus is that Mr. Comey would be making the decision with respect to this matter.
All right. When you went to the hospital room, what was your understanding of Mr. Ashcroft's condition?
I don't know if I can recall exactly my understanding. I suspect it was that, of course, he was sick, had surgery. I may have understood that he was in intensive care. I may have, from newspaper accounts, may have understood, in fact, that he had problems with his pancreas or gallstones or something.
Did you know that all visitors had been barred by his wife because of how ill he was?
I don't know if I knew that. Subsequently, I've certainly been made aware of the fact that she was being very, very careful in terms of who could visit with him and who could speak with him.
The facts have come out that all visitors were barred by her. Okay.